Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our Monday live. We are live on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And it is another week in immigration, and things are happening. Crazy things are happening. Welcome, welcome. As we do every single week, we're here on Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, and answering your questions, going over the crazy things that are happening in this administration, and just making sure that you are being updated about everything. I wanted to talk a little bit about the recent memo from ICE just came out on Thursday night, where essentially they give people 6 hours notice before they deport them to a third country. This is like insane. I'm getting a lot of calls from people that are worried about these new detention policies that they have and who's going to be impacted by this. So we'll talk about this a little bit. But I guess things are getting just worse and worse from week to week that we see it. Normally, if somebody is going to be deported or being sent out of the country, they usually have 24 hours. Attorneys get involved. We put a stay on removal. With 6 hours, it's going to be harder to do any of these things. And so, yeah, it just tells you that things are getting crazy. So welcome, everybody. See a lot of people here on TikTok. We've got people that come every single week. I see your names. So thanks for being here, and post your questions. We will jump on it right away. All right. I know, right, Georgia? This is history. Also, the one thing that I made a video about this earlier is the public benefits that the new policy that came out on Friday night. So, if you're undocumented, obviously you're not eligible for public benefits, but in some states you are getting them. But we have a lot of mixed families that have one person is legal, another person is undocumented. And this new policy from the administration essentially prohibiting undocumented immigrants from having access to Head Start, Medi-Cal, some benefits that they're taking for their kids who are U.S. citizens. And so now I think there's going to be a lot of fear from people to take any benefits, because that will put them in that list. And I just think that it's going to be interesting to see that, because it's going to create almost like a separation in those families, because some families, they're mixed, and so they are eligible for benefits. But now with this new policy, it's very, very vague as to who is going to be eligible, what's going to happen to people that will take those benefits and they're not eligible. So we'll see. Also, the visa bulletin came out, and I just made the video that will be released hopefully tomorrow. The visa bulletin came out, and there's been a major retrogression backwards in the EB2 category, which means that if you were applying for a green card in this category, and you were hoping that you're going to be able to file for your green card this month, it's not going to happen. Thanks, Shabak. Appreciate it. As always, you're here. Thank you, my friend. Which means that people that wanted to get their green cards this month are not going to be able to do it, because the visa bulletin retrogress, which means that, thank you, my friend, appreciate it. Which means that there's too many visas in that category, and demand is so high, which means that I don't think that we're going to see any more EB2 visas left until October of 2020, to October of 2025, because the fiscal year is pretty much going to end in October. So this is kind of what's happening right now. So if you were hoping to get a green card using that category, it is not going to happen. We've got our TikTok form here that TikTok gave us. So if you want to get in touch, you can use this form. Um, and then if you want to join the live, let me post the link here, and you can use that link right here, and you can join. All right, and okay, so the link is here, and if you want to join on TikTok, you can. If you want to join on TikTok, you can line up, here, and we can do that. All right, let's see here. All right, perfect. Okay, so let's see. We've got question from Gail. How is the push on ICE affecting regular legal immigration? Um, that's a good question. So regular legal immigration is not being impacted too much right now, but it's just taking a lot of the resources from regular immigration, whether in terms of like judges that they're firing judges. A lot of immigration officers that are processing cases are being reassigned. So it's impacting legal immigration in that way that you're going to see more backlogs, and you're going to see probably more cases getting denied because their idea right now of being going hard on immigration is not just deportations, but it's also what they're doing to legal immigration, right? But in terms of speed, cases are still being processed really fast. So if you're looking to file your cases, you should do it now, because in a year from now, it's probably going to take longer, right? We don't know that. So let's see here. Can Laura has a good question. Can you say who should not apply for citizenship? That's a good question. Who should not apply for citizenship? So if you are, let's say you have a green card and you got it based on marriage, and things didn't go well in your marriage when you got your green card. It was kind of a questionable. You still got your green card somehow lucky, but it was questionable, but you still got it. You have a 10-year green card, and your marriage didn't really go well. Maybe you didn't live with your spouse at the end, and you had some issues. If you apply for citizenship right now, they're going to go back into your green card. They're going to investigate what happened, and it might impact your actual green card. So don't do it. If you spend too much time outside of the United States, if you traveled, you've been away from the US too long, do not apply for your green card. Do not apply for citizenship. Come back, stay longer in the United States, get yourself your residency requirements, and then apply for your citizenship. If you had multiple criminal convictions, okay, you had a DUI 10 years ago, and now you had another misdemeanor 3 years ago. If you have multiple convictions, see an attorney before applying for citizenship. If you claim to be a U.S. citizen by mistake, don't apply for citizenship yet until you clear that by looking. We've seen cases right now where they're going after people that they think that they claim to be a citizen. They voted by mistake. They put their thing on I-9s, but they didn't justify it properly. There's still a way to justify it, even if you put your name on I-9, saying that you're a citizen to get a job. There's still a way to get out of it. But if you've done it, don't apply for citizenship until you clear it with an immigration attorney. If you lied on your green card application, don't apply for citizenship, probably ever, because they will find out. Right now, they have extreme vetting. So these are the most people that I would recommend not to apply for citizenship. Let's see here. Evan says, green card holders with misdemeanor theft convictions, can we apply for citizenship? Potentially. Like I said, if you have theft convictions on your record, you're a green card holder, we need to look at your record. I wouldn't say blanket, nobody can apply, but what I do is typically if somebody comes to me and they have criminal convictions, we'll look at their documents, we'll review their records, and then we'll make a recommendation if they should or shouldn't apply for citizenship. let's say here on Instagram, we have a lot of questions here as well. Let's see here. Are naturalized citizens at risk for losing their citizenship? This is from Mateo on Instagram. Are naturalized citizens at risk of losing their citizenship? No, I don't think so. I think that the whole denaturalization process will impact a lot of people. I think they're going to initially really focus on criminals and people that got their citizenship by fraud. But I don't think that all people that got naturalized should be worried unless you got it completely by fraud. I would say it. That's what I would say. So Gino is asking, can you help clients in all 50 states? Absolutely. We can help clients in all 50 states, no matter where you are. All you have to do is, if you're watching this on TikTok, use the phone number in my bio. You can send me a text right now during the live, like we do every single time during the lives. And also, you can send a text here, on YouTube when you watch it. This next few days, we are running a special for all cases are 10% off, and consultations as well. So all you have to do is send me a text right now, and this called Sapochnick Legal Day. We're trying to help more people that are struggling financially to be able to take action on their cases. So in the next 3 days, all cases are 10% off. If you're watching this on the live, or if you're watching this on any of our platforms, we have the notification for these promotions. But if you're watching this live right now, send me a text and you'll be a priority to get your 10% off on your case or your consultation. So just take advantage of that. We help clients in all 50 states. We can represent you by phone or at your immigration interviews. We've done cases in Phoenix, in New York, in Maryland, Kentucky. We do this over the phone. We have clients in all 50 states. So even if you don't have a good attorney in your city, we can help you, no matter what. Heidi says, can you talk more about the false claim to citizenship and how you help them? So, if let's say you claim on Form I-9 that you're applying for a job and you said that you're a citizen when you're not, there's a way to argue to the government that it wasn't a willful misrepresentation. You did it because you needed a job to survive. And there are ways to overcome this if they attack it. Fit Life, what is your I-601 approval success rate? It's actually pretty good. We do a lot of I-601A cases and regular 601. I would say they're about 89% approval rate. Actually, if you have a good 601 case, it should not be denied. If you know the rules and you know what should be in the case, it shouldn't be denied. Juju says, I missed my fingerprints appointment. Oops, I lost your question. Where is that question? It's been almost a year. That's not good. That could be that they will close your case. You should take action on this immediately. Hey Carrie, good to see you again. Do you do criminal cases for green card holders who have pending felony for charge in court end of the month? Yes. No, yeah. I mean, we do the immigration part of the criminal side of it. Yes. So we can help this person as well. Absolutely. Just tell them to contact my team, and they can just use this number that you see on the screen. And all right, let's see here. Is it safe to travel outside of the country with a green card? This is a question Michelle is asking. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Keep tapping the screen. Appreciate it. It is safe if the green card holder doesn't have any criminal records or any other issues. It is safe to travel. I don't see a reason why not. I have a lot of questions from green card holders that are asking, is it safe to travel? And the answer is yes, it is safe to travel. This is the link here if you want to join live on YouTube. use that link. It's right here. Um, let's see. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it. Anybody who wants to join on TikTok, you can just line up right there, and I'll get you to the live. Just line up. Thanks, Abby. Appreciate it. I have a question. Can I call you for consultation? IM75. Yeah. So the number for consultation from TikTok is in my bio, and the number for anybody watching on YouTube, Facebook is right here on top of the screen, and also I posted it before. Carrie, it's for your son. Got it. Okay, just send me a text, Carrie, and I'll remember you. Use the number here and that you see on the screen. Just send me a text, and I remember you, Carrie. You were also in our Facebook group a few years ago. I remember you. Sikali, is it safe to travel with advanced parole? Thanks, Shabak. Appreciate it. Let's hit the goal. We're hitting the goal. You help us to hit the goal. It is safe. It is safe to travel with advanced parole as long as you travel for the reason on the advanced parole. Do you have any update on DACA? So let's talk about DACA right now. So as you know, guys, we're waiting for the judge in Texas to rule and actually say to confirm, because the Fifth Circuit kind of sent it back to the lower court, and maybe possibly by the end of August, maybe there's going to be a ruling, and possibly new DACA holders will be able to file for DACA for the first time as well. So it could happen. Thanks, guys. It could happen. Also, advanced paroles for DACA are still possible. So if you're trying to get advanced parole for DACA, it is possible, and you should do it. Why not? What power does an A2 visa have versus B2? So A visa is a diplomatic visa, right? If you come here as a diplomat, it does put restrictions on change of status. So I would definitely think that a B1, B2 is better for a short stay in the United States. Is it safe to travel internationally for a green card holder with speeding tickets? So if you have speeding tickets, is it safe to travel internationally? And I would say that as long as you don't have a warrant, and you're a green card holder, it is safe to travel internationally with a speeding ticket. Now, if you have multiple speeding tickets and you haven't paid them and then they became a warrant, that's a different story. But just speeding tickets for a green card holder, it is not a problem to travel at all. So let's see here. From Yaya, I'm able to become a citizen through N600 through my parents. I was 10 when my mother became naturalized. Unfortunately, at my young adult, I picked up charges. Should I go forward? The best thing to do is to review your charges. We have to review your charges and see. See here. To review your charges to see if those charges are serious enough for you not to be able to apply for citizenship through the N600. Thanks, Shabak. Appreciate it. So the best thing to do is just to review the documents, and if it's clear, then you should be able to. Remember, anybody that has criminal convictions, it's not just a yes or no answer. We have to look at those criminal convictions to determine what happened. So once again, guys, I know people are interested to go live, ask questions. So I'm going to take yes, sir. And then those of you on TikTok, please line up so I can get you after that in the order that you're requesting to go live with me. Yes, sir. Good to see you again. What is your question? I can hear you. I think you're muted. No, I can't hear you. You want to fix the audio and come back? Yeah, fix the audio, come back. Let's see here. The current US law for green card holders, how many months after re-entry to the United States? So typically, you shouldn't be more than 6 months at a time outside of the United States in a fiscal year. If you spend more than a year, then you are at risk, especially now coming back. They're checking a lot of people. I have but again, it really depends on where you're going. Um, I'll give you an example. Just a few weeks ago, one of my clients, unfortunately, had to go back home. His brother was ill, and so he was away from the United States for about 18 months at that time. So about a year and a half, he was coming back, and and the CBP officer obviously pulled him to secondary inspection. And obviously before coming back, he was talking to me. We prepared the package with all the documents that he had in his possession. He had all the documents. Um, let's see here. Oops. He had all the documents. It's better. He had all the documents in his possession, and to show why he had to leave, the document from the hospital, illness, and all that. They questioned him for a long time. They pressured him, but he was able to get in. Okay, so 6 months is kind of like the ground, and anything more than that, they are going to they're going to be questioning you. So 6 months, yeah. Can a green card holder married apply for the wife entered with a J1 still valid? This is from Fatima. So yes, if the J1 is still valid, the green card holder can apply. So remember, if you're a green card holder, you can apply for your spouse as long as your spouse is in legal status in the United States, no problem. And you can do that. All right, let's see. Let's see if Yasser is back. Yasser, are you back with the
Yes, how
voice?
you doing? Thank you.
Oh,
Can you hear
great.
me?
I can hear
Yeah.
you.
So
Are
yeah, I
you
was the one that asked you the N600, and I was 10 years old. When I was young, I picked up a charge. It was lessened to a PTI in Jersey.
okay?
So basically, it was like a slap in the hand. So I guess I never did any time for it,
Yeah.
and they just gave me probation. I was cleared off probation. I did my time of probation, and I was cleared off. So basically, that was the most concerning one that's really sticking on me. I
Okay.
did get a DUI later in 2015, so I was like maybe 27 years old. So that is my
Yes, sir. So the thing is this with you. I mean, like I said, I think the best thing to do is to get all your records. What we do, we run it through our system
uh huh.
with case laws. We check the case law. We check everything, and then we say, listen, here's the balance. I
Hmm.
think with your DUI and this and that, the risk is that high. Or you know what, you have a chance if you do this and that. Or if you go back to a criminal lawyer, let's vacate this one and we'll leave that one. You know what I mean? So we'll do a strategy. That's
Yes.
what I tell anybody that has more than one criminal conviction, and it applies to all of you watching right now. If you have more than one, you need to get it evaluated to see what we can do to get it dropped before applying. Right, so you're doing
Okay.
the right thing. Don't apply because right now you want to check and see if what you can do. Right?
Yes, and I did apply for my U.S. passport, and I guess I was anxious or trying to get at least a buffer,
Okay.
and I kind of like got over my head, and I just went to apply for my
Okay.
USA passport. So hopefully I am going through that procedure right now, and hopefully I do get you know
The
I
password.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think your situation is unique because you are eligible for the citizenship. I'm talking
Hmm.
about somebody specifically if they have, they're applying for naturalization. It's even worse. Like in your case,
Yes,
you are eligible for citizenship because you were born. But
and as
but let's
far
see
as
what
the
happens.
and as far as the passport, do you think they're gonna like check on me or something like
I
that,
think with
or?
the passport that you might get like a request for more information, maybe to
Uh-huh.
clarify certain things. It's possible. I mean, maybe not. Like I
Okay.
said, the passport office is a little bit different
Yes, I
than
know.
USCIS. So you might just get your passport, but when you travel,
It will
you might
not.
be flagged, and like I said, you're a citizen. You'll be able to go in. But I'm just saying that you may have some issues when you travel.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, but let
Yep.
me know if you get your passport, and if you need help with the N600, just send me a text. The
Okay,
number is.
sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. So now we have a few more people here, a bunch of questions. So, those of you joining us right now on TikTok, welcome. Anybody who's not following my account, please follow my account right now. It is a good opportunity so you don't miss my lives and also the daily videos. And if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, make sure you follow me as well so you don't miss the daily lives, the weekly lives. Um, all right. Is expunging okay or it has to be vacated? So if you want immigration to accept anything that you have in the criminal past, it has to be vacated. Expungement is not enough. They're going behind the expungement. All right, let's see here. We have a person here. Can't say the name.
Yes.
What is your name and where are you from and what is your question?
Yeah, I'm in North Dakota.
Okay.
And actually, one of your clients, and I want to ask them.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I was
What is your name?
that when you filed for me, within 2 weeks, I got my work authorization and everything.
Oh, wow.
That was great.
What is your name again? What's your name?
My name is Jules.
Jules. Okay, nice.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Amazing, Jules.
My question is, okay, I have two questions. First one is, the work authorization came, but I did not get my SSA. So,
well, SSA, remember, it's a different agency, right? So unless the application that was filed automatically requested your number, which I have to check in your file, if not, you have to apply directly for it. Okay. Sometimes we ask for it automatically on the forms for the Social Security number.
Okay. All right.
But it's taking about 7 to 8 weeks right now.
Yes. Yeah, I went to the office and the guy he only asked for my I-94 and my passport.
Okay.
And then authorization. He was saying that he just checked my I-94 and he said that I've overstayed, so he can't give me the SSA.
Okay. So because he cannot give it to you because your case is still pending, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It depends. Sometimes I recommend clients to go back to the Social Security number office and speak to a different officer, and maybe the result will be different. So maybe try it on another day. Okay.
All right. And then the last question is my interview is on Minneapolis, and I want to know if that place is okay, or because it really came quick.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Like I said, Minneapolis is. You said Minneapolis, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Minneapolis is I call them one of those safe states where things go fast because they don't have a big backlog. Versus, for example, like LA or New York, where you have more people. It's more. Yeah. So you're in a pretty good spot. And obviously we're going to prepare you for the interview since you're a client, so you'll be fine. Okay. Thanks, my friend. It's incredible. 2 weeks. 2 weeks for work permit for one of our cases. I didn't even know about it, but apparently a new record for us. We've got a question from Laura. How much is the consultation fee? I filled the form. Somebody will contact you, Laura. And the good news is that today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, you guys get 10% off for your cases and for consultations. And all you have to do is send me a text right now. Laura, send me a text. Use this number here and claim your 10% for your cases, consultations, and those of you calling using these promotion will get those discounts in the next 2 days. So take advantage of that because it definitely helps people that try to go through the immigration process. We do what we can. Sapochnick Law Day is today, tomorrow, Wednesday. You get 10% off cases and your consultations. Let's see here. If you have TB, is it a problem for a green card interview? Yes. You won't be able to pass the interview until you don't have the TB anymore. So once again, guys, if you're watching this on TikTok, make sure you also share the live. You have a thing to share the live so more people can join us, and keep tapping the screen because that makes me happy and I appreciate all of you. Let's see here. We have Kadir, current U.S. law green card holder. How many months after re-entry to the United States? I think I answered that one. That's 6 months. Can you talk about the DV lottery winners benefits? Well, I mean, if once you win the green card lottery, you're basically like just any other green card person. Thanks, guys, for sharing the live. More people are joining right now. Share, follow my account when you're here. Welcome, welcome. If you win the green card lottery, you are basically just like any other green card holder. You have the benefits to, work, live in the United States, and eventually, after 5 years, apply for citizenship. And the green card lottery is going to open in October. But for now, there are different ways that you can get a green card through a self petition, for example. Many people qualify for the self petition. Martina is asking a question. I'm an American citizen, but I had a criminal background before becoming a citizen. Can I travel outside of the United States? Great question. Yes, of course. Now you're a citizen, so you can travel outside the United States. It doesn't matter what happened before you became a citizen, unless you got your citizenship by fraud. But otherwise, now that you're a citizen, that's the whole point of becoming a citizen. So you don't have to worry about this anymore. We have got let's see, we've got Malik here. Malik, where are you from?
Hey,
And what is
hey, how you doing? I'm from New York.
is your video working?
I don't know where's the camera. I can't find the camera.
All right.
But
No
I
worries.
just want to thank you,
Tell me.
thank you so much. I want to thank you. A couple of months back, I remember I was so scared to go to my interview, but you told me I'd be okay not to be. I even wanted to cancel the interview, to be honest with you,
Oh,
but
really?
you encouraged me. You said go, you'll be fine, and I went. I went. It was so nice that even the officer was so nice. He was one. He told me that he don't want to see me back over here like 2 to 3 years when I was doing my citizenship. He was saying that give me all kind of nice stuff. I was scared because I thought I was gonna get I was gonna get
So
how you call it detained. But you
detained,
told me
detained.
no,
So
not to worry. Yeah.
the tips that I gave you were helpful, right?
Yes, yeah, it
Yes.
was very helpful. So I went, everything was fine, but the problem is, he said 30 days. I was gonna hear from him, and it's been 45 days now. And he was so kind. He told me that in 2 to 3 years, when I'll be applying for my citizenship, he don't want to see me back over there with some other trouble. But that, he assured me that everything be okay. But he said 30 days. Now it's 45 days. I haven't heard from him. Do I
Yeah.
have to worry?
So you don't have to worry yet. Typically, I tell clients, it can take even up to 90 days. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can happen. So, but I think if you don't get a response in 60 days, then it's important to follow up with them. And I can definitely help you with that if you want to help out. But I can tell you guys, sometimes you go to the interview, the officer tells you, "Oh, it's all good," but then they pass it to a supervisor, and maybe you find something that requires more investigation. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Hopefully, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't happen with you,
Mm-hmm.
but if it did, it's not the end of the world. But I'm hoping that maybe in the next 2 weeks you will get the notice in the mail and that you're good to go. So
Yeah,
let me know.
but and the problem is he's not. He's one of the. I find out he's one of the supervisor. It's not like he need approval from anybody. He's one of the supervisor. I just
Okay.
find out my lawyer told me that.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I
So
said, I know that usually they pass it around to a few people.
mm,
So I think that I don't think you should be worried yet, but I would be concerned if after, let's say, 60, 90 days you don't have an answer, then the
mm.
attorney should inquire and they'll tell him what's going on. But
Uh,
let's keep our fingers crossed that you'll be fine.
one more question. You think after 60 days I could just go over there, hang around? Cause it's like 10 minutes from my house, the field office. You think I could just wait outside if I see him to talk to him, or that's
No,
illegal?
no, no. Don't do that. Do not wait for the officer outside. Have your lawyer inquire the usual way. There's a way for a lawyer to send an email, and don't wait for the guy and talk to him. It's not going to look good. I would never do that. So, if you have an attorney, have the attorney inquire. They'll tell him an answer right away. What is going on with your case?
Oh, okay. Because
Okay.
he said definitely 30 days I should hear from him, but it's
I
been
mean, it doesn't
45
matter
days.
what they say. Sometimes they don't. Officers will say anything. I mean, have your attorney inquire,
All right.
and let me
Thank
know
you
in
so
two
much.
weeks. In 2 weeks, come back. Let me know what
Mhm.
happened. Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Like I said, I mean, I think its case will be fine. But I told people not to be afraid. Don't reschedule your interviews. Go to the interview. If you have everything ready in your file, you should be fine. We got a few people here that highlighted their comments. Jay, will traffic tickets affect I-130 cases? No. Traffic tickets are not going to impact your green card case, your I-130 case, or travel outside of the US. Travel tickets, no. But if you have too many travel tickets and unpaid tickets, you will have a warrant in some states, and the warrant is the problem here. And I have a client that had over 75 unpaid tickets, speeding and just regular tickets, and some of these tickets turned into a warrant, and he didn't show up for the after the warrant. So now there's a warrant for his arrest, and that is a problem for his immigration. So he shouldn't have gotten that far unpaying those tickets. Thanks, Fatima, I appreciate it. And we've got Cesar here. I've granted withholding removal in 2023, and I have a 5-year work permit. My question is, with the new Trump bill, will my work permit be valid? And what ends to my 5-year permit? So, like I said, for now, as long as you have your work permit that is 5 years, it's still valid, right? We don't know what's going to happen in the future. They're making changes, obviously, right now to the work authorizations, the validity. It's probably going to be reduced later on. Not canceled, because they haven't canceled that, obviously, but it will be reduced. So yours right now is not at risk, but it could be at risk in the future. So it's important to follow the updates, what they're doing with what legislation in that area. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, absolutely, John. You can ask any question you want. Let's see here. Let's get questions here on TikTok, and then again, those of you joining in right now, please make sure you follow me as well.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you?
Hi, Jacob. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you calling from today?
Sorry?
Where are you calling from today? Make sure, guys, the form is on the screen. You can see it here.
Oh, yeah. I'm calling from Iowa. I was your client now. So we are doing with the Sally, the O1. So my question is only,
nice. Thanks, Sally.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah.
So my question is this, as we are working on it, so can I travel internationally in between as we're changing status?
Well, okay, so let's talk about that. So you're filing for a change of status, right? Do you have a current visa in your passport or no?
Yes.
What kind of visa?
It's a B2.
Okay, so here's the problem. If you travel after we file the change of status, you are going to lose the status. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. So the only time you can travel is when you go back and apply for a visa in your passport. So you'll be able to go back to the U.S. Embassy, apply for a visa in your passport, then you can travel. But if you're doing a change of status, you can travel, but you will lose your status. That's the problem.
Yeah, so it's not, that's all.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
We're working on it anyway.
I appreciate it, Sunny. I appreciate it. We have a lot of our clients are here on the live, which is great because, guys, many of the people who are here on the live were able to become our clients because they're watching the lives and they're getting the priority to, get a consultation and then start working on their cases. So if you're thinking about doing that, the number is on the screen on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And on TikTok, just use the number in my bio and get in touch with me. This is Sapochnick Law Day, the next 3 days, 10% off on all our cases and consultations. So make sure that you take advantage of that and send me a text. Do it from the live right now so you'll be able to get a priority, actually. And thanks for the hearts on the screen. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, guys. Is there an interview for I-751s? Yes. So some cases still get interviews and many cases still don't get interviews. So interviews still get waived, guys, right? So not all cases get waived, but many many interviews are still being waived. So thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Rebecca. Appreciate it. So many interviews are still being waived, specifically for 751s, but also regular green cards, guys. Regular green cards are still being waived. I mean, the government says they're still going to be doing vetting. They're checking more people, but they're still waiving interviews. I don't know. It's because they're just not organized, or I don't know what, but they are waiving a lot of interviews still. US wants to immigrate to the United States from Morocco. I have a diploma in mechanics cars. What's the easiest way? So the easiest way, if you have a degree, it seems like you have a degree, is to get an employer to sponsor you for the EB3 or the H-1B visa. That's usually the most common way. But if you have special skills, let's say you're a special mechanic, you know how to fix particular cars that are unique, let's say vintage cars. I've done EB2 self-petition for a mechanic that has special skills with race cars. So it depends on your background, but you can immigrate either as a self-petition, or if you find an employer and then that employer can sponsor you for a green card, that could be a good way to do it as well. Yeah. Robin is asking, could you possibly recommend any resources in Illinois that I could contact to get my Venezuelan husband info updated? He has an announcement appointment in October. So he has a court. Yeah, send me a text and I will connect you with an attorney there that can help you locally if you need somebody to attend the hearing over there. What's going to happen again with the visa bulletin? We have a lot of questions here, but the visa bulletin, we just came out today. We have no movement whatsoever from last month. But if you are an EB2 applying for a green card, I don't think you're going to see any movement until October, because they ran out of the numbers for the fiscal year. And so I think it's just harder for people to get their to get their green cards, because the visa the numbers are retrogressed, because too many people are applying for green cards. And that's just the reality. Bucalo Akano, I have a friend who has an I-45 interview next week after the asylum has been granted. What are the chances of not being grabbed by ICE on day of the interview? So again, I think in this case, he has his adjustment interview. If he doesn't have any criminal record and his asylum was good, it was granted, then nothing's going to happen to him. The people that are being picked up right now at immigration courts are people that are getting their cases dismissed, and that's the reason why they're being detained by immigration. Have you seen anyone that was denaturalized? So again, I personally don't know anyone that was denaturalized, not of my clients, but there are a few cases right now that, there's at least 4 people that were denaturalized since Trump announced, what he's going to do. And a lot of United States citizens who got their green citizenship through naturalization are worried, because they're saying, well, he said he's going to denaturalize criminals, but it looks like, not just criminals are being denaturalized. So, one person was a criminal. It was a British person that had some, criminal convictions, but there was another person that was denaturalized because of the way they are, what they said about the government and some things that they've done, potentially collaborating with a hostile government. That's what they're saying, which is what I was reading about. And so the concern is that we don't know what's going to be the kind of like the threshold here, because they originally said they're not going to deport they're only going to deport criminals, but now they're deporting pretty much anyone, even if they're not criminals, right? So the issue is that, are they going to do the same thing with denaturalization? They're going to start with criminals, but then they're going to denaturalize anybody they think got their green card not properly, and especially since these proceedings are happening in civil court, the burden of evidence is much lower, right? So potentially you're going to have somebody who got their citizenship naturalized, and they saying, well, you didn't tell us about this and that in your application, and that as a result you committed fraud, and now we're going to take away your citizenship. So I think that's the reason why so many naturalized citizens are afraid to travel right now, because they're saying, well, if I'm going to come back traveling, they're going to detain me at the airport. They're going to start going back to the way how I got my naturalization, and then I'll be in trouble. And I don't think that's the case. I mean, if you're a citizen of the United States, you have a passport, the worst that can happen to you, they'll detain you at the airport, you'll lose your flight, but they'll let you go. You understand? So I don't think you should be worried about traveling as a U.S. citizen. You're a U.S. citizen, so it shouldn't be a problem. Kulu says, I've seen the Dignity Act is being introduced tomorrow. Do you think the bill could potentially pass this time around? So I will do a very detailed video about the Dignity Act, which talks about a pathway for citizenship for so many people, farm workers. There's a provision there for DACA. There's many things. Once the bill is introduced tomorrow, I'll make a full video about it, and we can have maybe even another live on Thursday to talk about it. But I think that people are asking, well, do you think immigration reform is happening, or it could happen under Trump? And I think that it could potentially in 2026, because they are doing a lot of efforts to deport a lot of people. I mean, I think Trump wants to show that he is somebody that has authority and is tough and all that. But at the same time, they know that we have farm workers that are essential. We have hospitality workers that are essential. We've got at least 4 million undocumented people that are part of them are DACA, part of them are essential workers. We've got people that been here so more than 20 years. So I think immigration reform is something that is not going to be an amnesty, but it's going to be a piecemeal kind of like, okay, now let's kind of legalize the farm workers. Now let's kind of legalize DACA. Now let's legalize hospitality. Now let's legalize military spouses, things like that. So I think they're going to do that in piecemeal until the end of Trump's term, starting from 2026. Probably starting with DACA, honestly. I think DACA is going to get a lot more push next year. And I think you guys will be surprised to see that there will be some sort of a form of immigration reform under this administration. I do believe it. Let's see. Aditya has a question. VAWA success rate under this administration for green card. So it's a good question. What is the success rate for VAWA cases under this administration? So you see more VAWA cases getting requests for evidence. And the reason why is because you had so many attorneys, even here on TikTok, on YouTube, that were promoting VAWA as the easy way to get a green card, where VAWA essentially requires to have some sort of abuse. And we know for a fact there are many cases that we've seen that were not real cases that were filed by other attorneys. And I'm telling you, all these surge in filings between 2021 and 2024 is causing now to have a lot of these VAWA cases to be investigated. They're opening a lot of these cases. It's a little bit slower. It takes 8 years to get VAWA. And that's because of all these attorneys that were filing those cases. So, but we don't see more denial rates. We just see that they're getting slower because so many people were just like flooding the system saying, oh, I was abused by my spouse. The lawyer told me, if you have a child that is a U.S. citizen that mistreated you or didn't want to or raise their voice on you, I mean, this is crazy. And all these people filed for VAWA. And of course, now they're being investigated. And it's impacting your cases, guys. There you go. Okay, here we go. So that's what I'm saying. So, a lot of people that were filing for these fake cases are going to be paying the price right now. It's also going to be impacting you guys because, people that did it for real are now going to be paying the price. If I enter legally and I applied within 180 days after 4 days for asylum, can I adjust from pending case for EB2 job offer? Potentially you could. Like I said, it's not necessarily black and white, but if you came legally and you applied for asylum while you were still legal, and now you want to apply for a different benefit like an EB2, it is possible. Let me see here. Ashir, I have a green card, so can I travel? For sure. If you don't have criminal convictions, you have not been away from the U.S. for more than 6 months, you didn't get it green by fraud, you can travel. Okay, let's see here. I have a 10-year green card and expiring December 15th. This can be affect me. I actually made a video today about new rules for green card renewals. You should definitely renew it sooner, like now, because it's taking a while to renew the green card, and it should be fine. Like if you qualify for the renewal, then you should be fine. But don't wait for the last minute. Once again, I'm going to highlight this question because people are asking how much is a consultation. They started 150. We have 10% across the board on cases right now off during the Sapochnick Law 3-day discount promotion. It's kind of like Amazon. It's like the Amazon Prime Day in a way. That's what we do in a sense. So you have the discounts the next 3 days, 14, 15, 16, and take advantage of this. Yes, Deborah, thanks so much. Prime Day. So we have 3 days, 10% off all cases. If you send a text right now, the number is on the screen right now for YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you're watching this on TikTok, fill the form. The form is tagged at the bottom here. I'm going to pin it again. And also, you can use the number in my bio to send me a text right now. Send me a text from the live. Yeah, don't be ashamed. Don't be shy. Do it from the live right now. Send me a text and say, hey, I'm watching you the live. I want to book a consultation. I want to claim the 10% off on my citizenship case or my green card case or whatever case that you are thinking. Just claim it. Claim it 10%. Why not? What if a person came into the country illegally, it was 30 years ago, and has been working his own business and paying taxes and has family? Is he and wife danger of deportation? So remember, the rules are different. If you came here 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, if you came here 2 years ago, you are at risk of deportation. That's clear. Anybody who came here for the last 2 years are at high risk of removal. But what if you came here 30 years ago? If you came here, say, before 96, the rules were different. You had more options, and even now, you're not even subject to the 10-year bar because it was before the big law. So it depends. It really depends, Leslie, when they came here. It doesn't mean that they're safe from deportation. So even if you came here 30, 40 years ago and ICE catches you now, they can still deport you. Now, you might have other benefits that you can fight your case because you've been here for so long, but it doesn't mean that you're safe just because you came here 30 years ago. You might have some options. Leslie says, how does the EB3 employment visa work for recruitment if I have already been employed with a company for a year? So the way it works is that the company still has to file for the job. So when you apply for a green card through employment, I think that what you're trying to ask is they have to advertise for the position. But the person is already working for the company. How is that going to work? Well, the way it's going to work is that people are still going to apply for that position, and the company still has to interview them, and they still have to come up with a report to explain to the government why these people that are applying for this job are not qualified, right? So just because you work for the company doesn't mean anything. It just helps later on when they have to prove that they can afford to pay you. They're already paying you a salary, so it's going to be easier for them to prove it. But it's not going to help them in terms of recruitment because they still have to advertise the job. They still have to justify that U.S. citizens are not qualified for this position and all these other things. So it doesn't matter. All right, guys, let's see who is waiting in line to join our conversation. People are waiting, and I think Deborah is next. Um, let's see. Let's see. Oops, I think both of you came. Deborah, can you hear me?
Yes.
So let me just
Yes.
disconnect you, this person, and then you can, yeah, Deborah, you can ask the question, and then the other person, I'll get you back later, DJ, because Deborah was before you. I'm sorry I put you back on together. So where are you from, Deborah? What is your question? And do you have video? You can activate your video as well.
I have a question for my cousin. She has a daughter. They
Okay.
came here since 2010.
Okay.
For some reason, she got married and moved to a different state, and her daughter stayed with her parents.
Okay.
So she's a U.S. citizen, but she applied for passport for her son. I mean, her daughter, and then the passport was denied basically because they live a different state. So at this point, she's looking for her option, like what is the better option for her to do.
So she came here. How did she come here?
I believe they came as refugees.
Yeah. So if they came as refugees have their own specific programs, and refugees, they come with a parole typically. I assume that's what happened to them. But if that's what she came as a parole, as a refugee, if she didn't finish the program she came with, it's going to be very difficult for her to continue to stay in the U.S. unless I find another way to help her. Like maybe, I don't know, she can qualify for a U visa, or how long have they been here?
Well, she basically citizen, but it's only her son. I mean, her daughter.
Yeah, we're talking about her daughter, right? Her daughter is still here,
Yes.
but she has no status, correct?
Yes, I mean that's where the problem is, because she was thinking that since she's a citizen,
Yeah.
then her daughter was supposed to be a citizen too.
Well, maybe something happened. Honestly, I think what happened is that they came as a family. There must have been a mix with the paperwork. She wasn't joined properly. So because of a very specific thing, Sarah, make sure that you or them text me so I can review their case specifically. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And let's get DJ back in here. Sorry. And then we'll get people from our YouTube. Join us with the link that I just posted on the screen. DJ, what is your name?
Hello, my name is Jeff.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's your question?
Okay, all right. So I have with this new memo, citizenship memo. So I got my citizenship last month, not even 15 days ago. But on the application, I forgot to disclose a dismiss arrest. That was like 13 years ago. But on the interview, I brought court evidence. So I showed them the paperwork on like it was dismissed. So I'm worried, like, is that gonna be a problem?
So basically, what you did. I'm sorry. Can you hear me? DJ, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you now. Yeah.
Just mute yourself. Just mute yourself because there's echo.
Just mute yourself.
Okay, great. So basically, because you lied on you didn't disclose all the details on your citizenship application. It could be a problem. It could be a problem if they find out, because had they known this information, maybe they wouldn't have given you the citizenship. Do you know what I mean? And that's what the problem is. I think that based on that new memo, I don't know how far they're gonna go.
But no, but on the interview, I brought the court evidence that says it was dismissed.
So it was dismissed for real, right?
It was dismissed, but during the interview for my citizenship, I
I bring with me the court evidence.
Okay.
So that it was dismissed. Okay. So I gave it to them, and then they grant me the citizenship.
Okay. So where is the issue?
Okay, so where's the issue? No, what I'm saying, because I didn't disclose it on the application, but I brought the evidence during the interview.
Oh, I see. I got it. So,
I see.
all right. No, I'll answer it to you when you're not on the air because of the echo. Okay. So basically, the information wasn't disclosed on the N400 application, but the person brought it to the interview and he said, "Hey guys, I didn't put it in the application, but I brought it to the interview. You're gonna be fine. Don't worry. As long as you bring it to the interview is like the final step. So, for example, some people make mistakes on the N400, but they disclose it at the interview. They say, "Hey, you know what? I have a mistake on the N400. I forgot an address. I forgot a conviction. I forgot this," like you did. As long as you brought it to the interview, you're good to go. Remember, guys, if you forgot something on your application for citizenship, but you actually mention it later on at the interview is your last chance to fix the record and still be good to go. We've got here Taga. I missed out on the I-130 while filing 45 for marriage. Then UCIS wrote to me to withdraw the I-45. Well, they probably asked you to withdraw because there was a mistake. Okay, and that's the reason. And then you can just refile it. Oh, no worries, perfect. Yeah, so you're good to go. Don't worry, DJ. You're excellent. As long as you disclosed it, that's all that happens. Because remember, guys, if you don't tell them on the citizenship and then they find out later, that's where I feel like they're going to start going after U.S. citizens and revoking their citizenship. Mm. All right, guys. Who else wants to go live on YouTube on camera? This time on camera because we had multiple people that didn't want to show their faces. Now I want to see who is brave enough to show their faces, ask questions. Let's see it. Absolutely, Borshel. Let's see if you're brave enough to go on camera. Zakaria, my F1 has already been expired. Can I stay here for 2 years till my program ends and then go out of the country to renew it? Absolutely. So the visa itself doesn't matter as long as your status is still good. So let's say you have a student visa, right? The student visa expired, but your status is still good. As long as your status is still good, you can still stay in the country all these years and finish your school, and you're good to go. All right, let's see. Borshel. Oh no, Borshel, you're not. I can't believe it. Let's see your face. Come on. Can you help me with my ESTA issue? Absolutely. Tell me what the issue is. If you don't want to ask me in public, a lot of people who are not feel comfortable to ask you a question in public, that's all okay as well. You can use the number on the screen watching this on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Right, and text me now. We have our 10% discount going on the next 3 days. And if you're watching this on TikTok, go to my bio. There's a phone number there. Just use the number right now on the bio and send me a text right now. Use Sapochnick Law Day. It's our version of Amazon Prime, where we're giving you 10% off on all cases. Thanks, Borman. I appreciate it. Let's see. David is here, and how are you doing, David?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Is your video working?
Yeah.
Put the video on. Let's see. We'll prove Borshel that people are not scared to put their videos on. Here he is. David, where are you from and what is your question?
I'm in Texas. So my question is it safe to apply for citizenship? If you have prior criminal record that was actually, litigated, not litigated, like seen by US ISIS when you were applying for your green card and your green card was approved. Since then, you haven't had no criminal record, but everything what you had was prior to your criminal record and it was reviewed. You didn't have no moral character, you know and You don't even need a waiver, but you disclose everything.
So
So,
what you're
r-
saying is that you apply for the green card, you had some criminal stuff, you disclosed it during the green card process,
yeah,
and they still approved your green card. Nothing happened since then, and now you want to apply for citizenship, right?
right, right,
Technically, yes. But again, I haven't seen any of your criminal stuff. I haven't seen the record. Let's hypothetically say that if again, potentially it's fine, but again, not all things that will be good for a green card can pass citizenship too, right? So I would say for you, Dave, instead of just going on general assumptions, I would say let's set up a meeting. I can look at your record and I say, you know what, you're good to go. Let's file, right? Versus thinking about it hypothetically. But assuming that you have nothing since then, I believe you should be okay. But I
yeah.
still think we should get it reviewed before taking a risk.
Right. So, in other words, there was no waiver needed, and none of the crimes, meet moral turpitude, and it was just like disorderly conduct here, and that's what it was. So,
That's fine. I mean, like I said, on the surface, I would say fine. But again, I'm not your lawyer. I haven't looked at the records. We need to look at it. I would never file anybody's case unless I see the records. We put together, a safe plan. I want to get you the green card, the citizenship safely. Okay, just send me a text, Dave. I will take care
sounds
of you.
good. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So, guys, remember, just just because you apply for a green card and you had a criminal record and they accept your green card, doesn't mean that that same record is going to get you a citizenship. Always get the attorney to review it so we know that you're safe. Ruby says, I had a DUI before my green card. Now I have a green card. Can I travel outside of the United States? Ruby, I'm sorry to give you this bad news, but in July of 2025, somebody that had a DUI before they got their green card, now they have a green card. I don't think you should travel. If you're a green card holder right now watching this, first of all, make sure you follow my account so you don't miss any more updates like this. But if you had any criminal record, I personally think you should not travel unless you want to go through the secondary inspection, get into this hassle. A lot of people are being detained, and we just don't know who is going to be detained. Thanks, Shubak. Appreciate it. And get those hearts keep tapping, guys. I want to see more of this because it makes me happy. So yeah, so any green card holder, any criminal record, unfortunately, I personally think you should cancel your travel trips for the summer. Maybe harsh, but I've seen too many of these green card holders being detained, being arrested at airports, and I don't want you to be the next one. Jay's on Instagram says, I have a friend who's undocumented and wants to get out of a marriage he doesn't want to be in anymore. Is it safe? He got married to a citizen. Well, absolutely. There are ways. There's VAWA, there's U visa. There are many things you can do to get out of the marriage. You don't have to stay married to a citizen, especially if they abuse you and it's a bad marriage. Jagminder, my 30 had been approved, waiting to pay the MVC. I'm having hiccups in my relationship. What's happening, guys? So many people are having problems in their marriages right now. People are married to green card holders. People are married to citizens. Are having problems in the marriage, and they're afraid to leave the marriage because they think something's going to happen. You have options. Don't stay in the marriage just because you're afraid. Send me a text. I'll help you. My ESTA got canceled because my B2 by Jacob says my ESTA got canceled because my B2 got denied. What can I do now? You have to apply for a tourist visa. Once your ESTA gets denied, and many people get denied in the embassy right now, you have to apply for a tourist visa again at the embassy. Louis says, "Oh, thanks a lot. His advice is great. I appreciate you, Louis. Appreciate you for the kind words, guys. Remember, we have Sapochnick Law Day starting today for the next 3 days. 10% off all immigration matters. All you have to do is send me a text to take advantage of this opportunity, to take advantage, to start your case with a discount. Why not? Thanks, Rebecca. Appreciate it. Why not? Right? Amazon does Prime Day. We do Sapochnick Law Day. and more surprises will happen if you take advantage of this. You're going to get more surprises once you book your consultations. Only the next 3 days, Sapochnick Law Day is happening today. It's starting today. All right, guys, we have people that are waiting, anticipating to go on video, ask questions on TikTok, on Facebook, on David.
Hi, Jacob.
No, Raj.
I'm gonna pull up 1 second.
Okay.
I was reading you.
Oh, excellent. Don't drive, guys. If you're on the live, do not drive. I don't want to be responsible for accidents.
I'm not driving.
Excellent.
I'm in parking right now.
Excellent.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good. Is there a way you can turn? Oh yeah, perfect. Where are you from, and what is your question?
Yeah, I'm from Seattle.
Okay.
I got a quick question. I have a friend who got investment visa B1.
Okay.
He have to get E1 or E5. I don't know.
Okay. E2. Yeah.
Yeah, E2. Yeah, we don't know the process. They told him before he get his visa that one of his advisor, you gotta set up a business or stuff like that. So after you set up business and you got hired employee and stuff like that, you can literally get a green card. That's what they told him. I don't know that.
So basically, where is he from? Which country?
He's from Ethiopia, Africa.
Ethiopia. So basically, what he needs an E2 visa first, which is a small business, and from there we can apply for a green card as a self-employed entrepreneur. That's essentially what he needs.
Okay. How long it takes after he get the E2 visa? How long it take the process to change the status to the green card?
Well, from the E2 to a green card, I mean, I would recommend to start it after a year on the E2. And then it's going to take another maybe 2-3 years to get a green card. I mean, green card is not a quick process. It's taking 3 years right now. Okay, but the E2 is going to keep him in the country for 5 years, and once he has the E2, he'll be able to apply for a green card.
So you'll be able to help him.
Yeah,
with the whole
absolutely.
process.
So Moshe, just do me a favor. Go to my bio. There's a number there. Send me a text right now. Say, hey, I was on the live, and I'm helping my friend from Ethiopia. I spoke to Jacob. I will give him the 10%, even if he books me next week. But as long as you send me the text today, I will secure the discount, and we'll start with the E2 for him.
Okay, thank you so
Okay?
much. Appreciate it. Okay.
Thanks, guys. Remember that E2 visas, E1 visas for trade, these are very popular visas, and the government right now is encouraging people to start businesses. Those applications are not being impacted by the Trump administration. Those applications are not being impacted by the deportations. If you want to start a business in the United States, if you want to apply for a green card as a self-petition, if you want to invest, those petitions are going fast and they are being approved because they have a balancing tip, right? They were saying, we're going to deport that many people, but we're still going to help that many people apply for green cards and get employment visas. That's why we see an increase in people that are applying for those employment visas, for the green cards, based on self-petition, because now is actually the time to do it, guys. All right, we've got another David here. David Taki.
Yes, sir.
If you can open your video, that'll be great, and let us know where you're from.
Columbus, Ohio.
You're from Ohio. Okay. What is your question?
Man. I got married to U.S. citizen. That was the last year, July. And then August, she filed for my petition for me. And then I received my working permit and social security.
Okay.
But now she's filing for divorce.
Okay.
So the reason she's using to file for divorce, I mean, she was abusing me, but she rather tell herself that I am abusing her. So she may do something and then call police and then put a video camera on me and then call police. So the police will come and then they will watch the video, but they don't arrest me because I'm not doing nothing bad against her.
Okay.
So she filed for divorce and then she already filed for domestic violence. That was last 2 months. We went to court and then the case was denied and dismissed. and I actually filed for divorce, but I have already filed for VAWA.
Did you
But
file for VAWA already or no?
you say what?
Who is the U.S. citizen? She is the citizen.
Yeah, man, she's the US citizen.
Okay. Did you file for VAWA or no yet?
I have filed for the VAWA,
Okay.
but I have not received my received notice. I have not received it.
It's taking a few weeks now, maybe 6-7 weeks to get it.
Okay, I mean, this is that was last month. I filed it, that was last month.
Okay, so you still have time. How did you do
So,
it? Did you use an attorney or by yourself?
no, I got an attorney.
Okay, yeah. So it should
So,
take about maybe 6 weeks. Yeah.
so what should I do? Because we be going for the divorce on I think next week, Monday.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you don't have to be married to get the VAWA. As long as you filed for the VAWA while you were married, that's all they care about.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
very much.
Yeah, for sure. If you ever need help, you know where to find me. Thanks, guys. So it's like I said, it's one of those things where you know you file for those cases and you realize that receipt is not there, but it's taking time right now to get those receipts. Probably 5-6 weeks at least. All right, so we are going to take one more question here from Instagram, and then the live will end on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, but we'll stay a little bit longer on TikTok as we always do. Jagminder, I'm the petitioner for my spouse. I wanted to delay the NVC. You can delay the NVC, absolutely. You can delay the NVC by writing to them and requesting the case to be pushed forward by the NVC. No issues with that. All right, perfect. So all right, guys, we will be back here next week on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And if I do any other lives, I will post in the community so you will know if lives are coming up. Before we go, remember it's Sapochnick Law Day today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. If you want to book a consultation, 10% off. All the cases, 10% off this week. Use this number. Book the consultation. Book your case. Do it now. And if you're watching this on TikTok, the number is in my bio. Do the same thing. Text me right now from the live so I can get you in. Or you can use this form. I'm just going to pin it right now. This is the form that TikTok is giving us to give our users to be able to book this and still claim the Sapochnick Law Day. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next week. Thanks, Borshel. Stay safe and be careful from ICE. They're everywhere. See you soon. 2 videos coming up this week, Visa Bulletin, and a surprise video will be launched on Thursday. All right, guys.